Yo, what's up guys? Welcome to the GT Sprint Simicube series on iRacing. Today we're racing in the McLaren. We got a 40-minute race ahead of us and a 3,400 strength of field, I believe. This was top split at the time, late night split. Starting P10. Yeah, let's get to the start. Get a little bit of a bad run, so there's going to be cars on my right, so I try to just keep it to the left here on the inside line. Hold it tight. Take a look at the cars here. So he gets a bit of a run there. So I just hold it on the inside, try to follow this Mustang. This blue car here slides into the inside line as well. Kind of blocks me off from diving up his line. And we still have a car right here. So we're just going to hold it tight. Get clear from him. But they're going to have a really nice run on us coming into the hairpin up here. You can see he's looking to the left. I'll just hold the inside line. He does go up the inside a bit, but we managed to keep it tight, and he's still got a nose in. So we got to hold this inside line, and around here he slides back in behind us. And I have a feeling he's going to go for another dive bomb after that one, so I try to hold it tight, and he still dives up my inside, and boom, takes out the car in front of us. That helps us gain a position.
I'm so sorry, that was my fault.
As you can hear, he's pretty sorry. But that'll give us the position. And now we're just going to try to keep my head down and focus on the guys in front. Pulled a little bit of a gap behind, and so yeah, just got to lock in. So the next few laps are just me trying to close this gap ahead. I believe it is around 4 seconds gap, and so yeah, just catching up to them.
I'm so sorry, bro.
Alright, so at this point we've caught up to the cars in front. We're in their draft now, and we're behind this Porsche, and we can see the white car up there, the white McLaren. He's about to make a bit of a mistake. Takes too much of that curb or something, I'm not sure. He gets a bit of a slide, goes too wide, and now the Porsche is right on his ass, and we're right behind the Porsche. We've got a race. Now that McLaren's gonna have some problems in that sector there later on in this race as well. I try to just get a good run out of this corner and stick with these two. I know that McLaren's making some issues as he lost the position ahead of him as well, and maybe me and this Porsche can get the pass done on him. Just want to keep it close. But I know I have more pace than both these guys. You see the Porsche takes a very weird line through there. He always goes to the inside there, so I know I can get a better run on him coming up to the hairpin. But he's still in the draft of the McLaren in front as well, so it makes it hard. So just trying to tuck it in and wait for my chance to attack. Now we get a really good run on the Porsche coming into this next corner, so I'm thinking about a move. Look up the inside and go for it. Looks like we made the pass there, but he's going to have a good run on us for the switchback. And now we're side by side coming into turn 1. And it looks like he just dropped back and gave us the position. He didn't want to fight. Now we just got to focus on this McLaren up here, who gets a major wide exit into the gravel there, the dirt. And the McLaren's looking pretty sketchy so far. And if you remember, that last sector, this McLaren was having some issues, and we're about to see that more in this lap. See, he just brakes super late, goes super wide in the corner, and he has to bail because he's about to spin. And he's going to get a slowdown here, but he just full slams the throttle to get a good run out of here so he doesn't lose position. And you can see him trying to get rid of his slowdown here, but as minimal as possible. So this helps us close the gap to him, and he goes a bit wide there as well. Now we're just going to try to stay with him and hope he keeps making some mistakes. You can see he goes wide here again, gets the slowdown penalty, and again he's just going to slam the throttle on this straight. He goes wide onto the grass there as well. So now I know he has a slowdown penalty, and I see he's not really slowing down on the straight much. But I assume, like the lap previous, he'll get it done sometime here. As you see right here, he's really slow into the entry of this corner, and he tries to just get a nice exit, which is smart by him, and so I think he's cleared it there. Now coming up to this next corner, he's still got the Porsche right on our ass. Coming into turn 1, he's a bit of a ways away. And he just slams on the brakes to get rid of his slowdown right in front of me on the racing line. And so this lets the Porsche get up my inside, but he backs out here, I believe. And he doesn't want any fight still. Now at this point, I'm really pissed with this McLaren. I'm flashing him like crazy. And I just want to get around him because he's driving like an idiot. That's about the 3rd or 4th time he's gone wide in that corner. And he just refuses to give up a slowdown without being an idiot on the racing line. So we try to just keep with him, and hopefully we can make a move soon. But yeah, so that was incident 1 with this guy. So at the end of this lap, the white McLaren in front decides to come to the pits. As you can see, I still got about 11 liters left, so I'm good for a couple more laps. And I'm thinking the overcut will probably work pretty well. Might be able to jump him in the pits. So let's go ahead to our pit stop a couple laps later. So here's time for our pit stop. Coming to the pits, try to keep the speed as high as we can, brake as late as possible, pit limiter on, down to 72. I think we have a pretty good entry there. I just need to time the brake into our pit box perfectly. and it's pretty perfect. Just waiting for the fuel to fill up. And we come out of the pits. Pretty decent stop in my opinion. Maybe we overfueled a little bit because as we're coming out of the pits here, if you remember, the white McLaren was right in front of me, and now he's gained about a second and a half on me. So lost probably about a second or a second and a half to him in our pit stop. Not too sure how, but yeah. Now we just got to focus ahead on him still. Maybe with about 12 minutes to go in this race we can get a move done. Not sure though, but we'll see. Coming out of this corner, I feel like I'm really close and I could potentially make a move. And I remember earlier, he likes to take a really wide entrance into that final turn up until sunset. And so I keep it really close to him here. Just try to keep it as close as possible. And I've got no other moves left in my inventory except for potentially up here. I keep it nice and close. He gets a bad exit because of the car in front of him. And I'm going to send it up the inside. Keep it nice and tight on the inside line, and he does not care. Spins me. Luckily, we built up a big enough a gap to the car behind us. You can see him coming in our mirror now that he can't capitalize on that. So we stay the same position. But the white McLaren showing once again that he has issues racing. We'll take a look back at that in a second. Coming into the final turn.
Good way, Diego.
And that is the race. We crossed the line in P7. Let's have a look back at that incident. So here's the incident again with the white McLaren. So I can see he gets a bad exit out of this turn. And I know he takes a really wide line into the entry of the next corner. So I dive it up his inside, hold it tight to the apex, and he just does not care that I'm there. We'll look at that from his cockpit view as well. So here's his chase view. So he just turns right onto the apex, ignoring that I'm there, even though he knows I'm there. And so here's his cockpit view. You can see me in his mirror there. See, I dive up to his inside. He knows I'm on the right of him, and he just holds it to the apex like normal. And bye-bye me. So here's the incident from earlier where he brake checks me. So coming into turn 1, you can see everything looks normal on the racing line, and he just slams the brakes as me and the guy behind are coming in, giving me a nice brake check there. Luckily, I was able to react quick enough to not cause any damage. But yeah, that was that. And we'll show it once again from my point of view. So here I am coming up for the turn, turning like normal, and there's a car stopped in front of me. And thank you to this Porsche here, who could have sent it on my inside, but he decided to back out. But yeah, that was that. So, coming out of the race here, starting P9, finished P7, won in that P6 on Diego here in the white McLaren, but as you saw, that was not possible, as Diego made it clear he was not letting me by. So yeah. Thank you guys for checking out the race. Still gained 2 positions. Not a bad race at all. Could have been better, but you know, we go next.